With spring and summer almost here, which that means warmer days, then doing things like grilling out and outdoor activities are going to be something that everybody is going to want to do. And what better way to do that than with some nice clothing from Western Rise? And Western Rise has a variety of clothing that work great for those outdoor activities, especially when it starts to get a little bit warmer. Things like their boundless shorts, their movement shorts, their AT slim pants, their diversion pants. You can even check out one of their new short sleeve Henleys like I just picked up. This thing is great for casual date night or just grilling out or lounging around and whatever I want to do. So head over to Western Rise, use discount code ODIE, that's ODIE, get 15% off your order and start working on your spring and summer wardrobe today. Okay, so I don't usually talk about products like this, but when Monument Grill reached out to me and said they liked my videos, they were interested in sending me a grill of my choice to talk about and review on my channel, how could I possibly say no? And I gotta be honest, I'm really glad I didn't, because there's a lot of things about this grill besides just being a grill that I think could be beneficial. Let's get into it. Okay, so I know that grills aren't really a travel bag or anything travel related, but because I am a big fan of grilling out and warmer weather is almost here, I thought this would be a great time to talk to you about this one right here. And there's a couple features about this that I really like, but overall, there is one major factor of why I think that this grill is worth talking about and mainly why I wanted to mention it on my channel. Okay, so this is a tabletop propane dual burner grill from Monument. I actually really like this thing, and there's a couple main reasons why I do. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is the things that I liked about this grill. The first and the biggest thing about this grill that I absolutely love is the size and portability of it. Now, this might not be applicable for everybody, but I currently live in apartments and have been living in apartments pretty much my entire life. On top of that, I do a lot of outdoor camping with my Jeep, and this is perfect for both of those things. Not only is this small enough to fit on a tiny table out on our balcony so we still have room for our furniture, but it still leaves room for Max here to make that his entire domain. So the size of this being for an apartment is really nice if you want to still keep some space on your balcony, because most people and most apartment complexes these days don't exactly have the biggest balconies available for you, so having something smaller to put out there, taking up less space is great. And like I said, this will actually fit in the back of my Jeep when I go camping. And yes, is taking a big propane grill this size a little overkill for camping for a couple days? Yeah, absolutely, but what's the point of having two propane grills if I can still take this one with me? Yes, it might be a little too big, but overall, the tabletop and the portability and the size of this grill is going to be great for those of us that want to take it to places like camping, maybe to a friend's house, not take up that much space in your apartment, or make it easy to stow, because over the winter months and when it rains and when it snows and the weather is bad, if you don't have a cover, you're going to want to put this somewhere. Well, instead of having some big gigantic grill, which don't get me wrong, are still fantastic, and one day I hope to have like just a ring of grills around me so I can just cook all day, just in like a swivel chair, like Ron Swanson, just flipping burgers or steak or chicken or shrimp or salmon or whatever I want to make. But my point is, this also fits in our outdoor storage. So it's easy to store, it's portable, and it's small, and Max has decided he's had enough. This is what Max does with his new favorite toy. He just sits there with Sergeant Pepper, his penguin, and he just chills. He just chills. If you're new to my channel, anytime Max is around, we drop everything and we pay attention to the boy. But this grill is more than just being portable and small. There's features on this that like any other grill would normally have. And one of the things that I personally like, because I utilize it a lot when I do my cooking, is a temperature gauge right here on the front. I like to know how hot inside the grill is, especially if I'm doing temperature controlled, that have time controlled elements or food. I said elements, but it's really just food. It's not elements. I'm not cooking. What's an element? Argon? Is that an element? That's a periodic table of elements, right? That's a argon. That's a thing. He took the ring. He helped Frodo. I know things. I really like the temperature gauge because being able to control the temperature on the inside is huge, and knowing what the temperature is without having to lift open the lid and let all that heat out is also huge. And one of the cool things about this grill is it actually has latches on the side for the hood. So if you are taking this camping or storing it or making it portable, you can simply latch those and then the lid will stay closed and locked and nice and secured as well. I just hit my finger. That did not feel fantastic. And I mentioned up top, this is a dual burner with those two knobs at the front. It has the click in start, like auto ignite thing where it's got the little igniters on the inside. You push the knob in, it makes a little clicky sound, and then the fire appears like magic. That's how this works. So you don't really need one of those like long lighter things. My brain just farted. It's so hard on how to use a grill. I promise I know how to use a grill. That explanation of how to start one sounds like I've never touched a grill in my life. But I promise I have. Now, I will say the one thing that I was most concerned about when I got this grill was the fact that it isn't that big. And I know I just talked about how good it is that it is big, but for those people that might want this but are going to be cooking large amounts of food, this is still only a dual burner. Now, that's plenty of room, in my opinion, to put a lot of food on. I mean, I was able to put like 6 chicken breasts because we had some people over. We did a little dinner thing. And I was able to put 6 chicken breasts on here and then some foil wrap of some vegetables, and it was fine. So if you're going to be cooking for a large number of people, there was only 4 of us. I know I said 6 chicken breasts, meal prep, lunch, leftovers, hello. But if you're going to be cooking for like a large number of people where you're going to be like hosting parties and stuff and you need to be grilling a lot for a long time and pumping out a lot of food on the grill for all the lovely guests that you have, then this grill is not going to work for you. But that's okay because Monument has other grills. Now, overall, I am very impressed and very happy with a lot of things on this grill. And one of the main things is the price point. Coming in at only this number right here is pretty solid, especially the fact that this is sold on Amazon. So if you're like, I need a grill in the next 20 minutes, you can just hit order within the next 20 minutes and then the Amazon ferry will just drop it right at your door because we live in 2023 and that's just how things are these days and it's good. But what I was saying is that Monument has other grills, and I know that there's a lot of different grills out there, and I'm no grill connoisseur by any stretch, but I will say that compared to some of the Walmart brand grills or just the ones that I've gotten at Walmart for like $100, this is a better quality grill in my opinion. I had one back when I lived in Utah and it didn't even survive the full year out there. I couldn't store it. It didn't really do that well, even with a grill color out in the elements. It wasn't easy to clean and it just kind of started to deteriorate. It started to rust. I've only had this for a few weeks, so I can't say that this won't rust or anything like that. But I can just say that the build quality on this feels really solid. And overall, I'm very impressed and very happy with just all of this grill in general, and that just could be the fanboy in me that just loves to grill and loves to cook. But if you are looking for maybe a smaller, more portable tabletop grill that can fill some of those roles in your life, like camping, easy to store, maybe you're in apartment living, maybe you just live in a tiny house, maybe you don't need a big grill, maybe you live by yourself, maybe there's only 2 of you, maybe there's 100 of you, and you're gonna buy 100 grills so everybody in your house can have a grill, and then you can have a grill off, and then you can hire me, and I'll come film it, and we'll make it into a reality TV show called 100 Grills or Less, and then we'll make so much money. Nobody steal that idea. So with all that being said, if you have any questions, comments, or concern about the Monument Grill, let me know in the comments below. Like I said, I know this is not something I would typically cover, but I didn't want to pass up this opportunity to show you something that I think is really cool. I like it a lot, and let's be honest, grilling, spring, summer, you're gonna want to grab a westernized piece of clothing, throw some shrimp on the Barbie, and have a great time. So thank you guys so very much for all the love and support you continue to give this channel. It means the world to me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all of that wonderful nonsense. And with all of that being said, I will see you next time.